Good morning. Happy day 5? 5? I'm tired. It is Tuesday. Yep. Today I have to take my son to occupational therapy, and then I have my cat is going crazy. And then I have some work stuff. I always have work stuff to do, I feel. Even though I'm fairly caught up and stuff, I'm not like really behind, but I like to try to keep on the ball because I have so many plates and I'm trying to spin all of them at once. So that's what I'm gonna keep doing, keep spinning. I'm drinking coffee now. I just made these, I just put in the oven, these croissant sausage cheese things I saw on TikTok and I really enjoyed them, so I made those today and we're gonna have that. My son is in his room reading his books in his chair, so he doesn't want to be bothered, which is fine. And while doing all this, I've been catching up on watching other people's vlogs. Spacing. But yeah, no real big reading update. I read a little bit of Gone to See the Riverman last night before bed, and like I'm still really in the beginning, like nothing crazy has happened yet. So I just hope one character doesn't get messed with. I have a feeling it's gonna be the case, and I think it's gonna be hard to read, but we'll see. Happy Tuesday and day 5. Oh, and I need to edit my first vlog. I edited a majority of it, but I still have to add some more, but never ending. Yay! I finally got the video done and it's uploading. Finally. It was like my main goal today is to get this video done. It's processing. Finally. I don't even know like if I would have gotten it done in time. Like gotten it done at all today if I didn't already have like half of it finished. Yeah, this is something you have to like keep up with. Anyways, so Just Like Home comes out today. Very tempted to go to Barnes & Noble and see it in person. It's tempting. I don't know if I'm gonna go do that. I got, like I said earlier, I got projects to do still. Try out some different design stuff. And my son is upside down on the couch. What are you doing? What? Don't climb it. He's trying to climb the back of the couch. Toddlers, he is scared of so many things, and yet all of a sudden he becomes a member of Jackass. And he starts doing these like crazy stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? Please don't, please God, don't break a bone, because I'm gonna end up throwing up everywhere. But today I'm gonna try to read. I'm gonna take my book actually with me to his occupational therapy session, and I'm gonna try to read there. Gone to See the Riverman. And then, but I also want to like just dabble into Sarah. I looked at her name again and I was like, I said Tatlinger and that just doesn't feel right. And then I was like, Tatlinger? Like maybe it's Tatlinger. I should just ask. But as someone who grew up with, my last name is Truchan, my maiden name, and I just Truchan. And I had so many people pronounce it wrong all the time. And it was annoying at first, but I just got used to it. So I get what it's like to have a name that's not super common. Okay, it uploaded. Alright, time to go post this everywhere and hopefully get some views. Hello. I just have to drop off something to the UPS store. I don't have baby with me. He's laying down and Dada is at home with him. So I can run and do that real quick. And then I'm going to check Barnes & Noble and see if they have Just Like Home, because I've been waiting for it. Everyone's been getting it early in their freaking Barnes & Noble, like all around, like I see online. People are getting from Barnes & Noble, and my Barnes & Noble doesn't have it yet. But I figured I would just come here just to look and see. Okay, that's it. Yay, I'm out of the house by myself for a second. Yay! Michelle. Hello. I'm finally home. Thank goodness. I had to hurry home because I wanted to make sure my son was napping, and he is, so that's good. Don't mind the chaos behind me. This is actually where I work a lot of the times on my computer. But I wanted to show you the books that I did get since they didn't have Just Like Home, which is fine. It's just annoying. I want to see it in person. But I love this cover artist. He's one of my favorites. It's Chip. I forget his name, but Chip is his first name, I believe. It's 1Q84 Haruki Murakami. I think so. It's like time travel or something like that. It's super bizarre, I hear, or just different. And it's a love story, so, and it's a chunker. But I've always wanted a copy. I really love the hardcover version of it because it has like a clear cover over top, but paperback is totally fine with me. But yeah, it's gorgeous. So this book I've eyed for quite a bit. But it's How to Be Eaten by Maria Adelman. I believe it's a Red Riding Hood retelling. So exciting, super cute. It's cute. And then while I was looking for Just Like Home, I saw this, and I haven't seen anyone talk about this, read anything about it, but I just read the front and it caught my attention. Old Country, Your First Home Can Be a Nightmare by Matt Query and Harrison Query. So it looked interesting, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Just usual. Anyways, so yeah, that's my mini Barnes & Noble haul. Right now it's 5 after 1, so I'm going to probably try to work a little bit on some cover stuff, design stuff, and then maybe try to read. That would be nice. My son has his appointment in a couple hours, so hopefully he'll feel a little bit better because he was grumpy this morning, so hopefully this nap will help him. Anyways, that is it. Until next time. Good morning. My cat is meowing at me. She wants food early, but it's too early. She's confused. I don't blame her. Do I look tired? I'm the ambassador of Tired Town, Tiredville, Tiredsburg of Tired County in Tiredvania. Last night I stayed up because I was into reading, gone to see The Riverman. So I didn't fall asleep until like around midnight, which is very late for me. And then 3:30, my son is up, and he didn't fall asleep until 10:30 or something like that. So he's probably gonna fall back asleep here pretty soon. But his diaper leaked, so that's fun. Look at this girl. Oh, she's starving, can't you tell? Ugh. Anyways, so the diaper leaked. So he wasn't crying or anything, but he was awake. And when he's awake, you can just, he rocks and stuff, he moves a lot. So I'm up. And he was hungry, so he's eating toast right now. So fun. Like I said, I'm pretty tired. I might read off of my Kindle while I wait for him to finish, or I might continue reading Gone to See the Riverman. We're finally getting more into the story. I'm about 25% in. We're still trying to get to the Riverman at this point, but we're learning more backstory of the main character Lori and her sister Abby, and I have an idea of what may have happened, and it's going to be sad, I think. So that's fun. Today's gonna be a long day. It's Wednesday, and then tomorrow my husband leaves at night to go on his business trip. So yeah, hopefully my son falls asleep here pretty soon. But I mean, he's in a good mood, so I'll take that. I'd rather have that, like have this, than him being sick and just upset and not happy and uncomfortable or something like that. Here's start of, what day is this? The 6th day? Day 6? Okay. Happy day 6. Happy? Okay. Little mini update. So it is the start of day 7, the final day, the final frontier, and I don't know, I feel like it went by pretty fast. Anyways, so my goal today, it's very ambitious, but tonight my husband leaves at 7 to go for a flight to Ohio for work, and Jack, my son, goes to bed like between 7 and 8. So I'm gonna have the rest of the night to just be able to do what I want. So my goal is to not work, try not to work, and read, like focus reading. And my goal is to finish Gone to See the Riverman. This is my goal. I'm still towards the very beginning. I'm on page 36, and it's 165. So 130 something pages. I can do it, and that's my goal. I really want to finish this tonight. But so I don't think I'm going to try to pick this up during the day today, but throughout the day I'm going to try to continue reading Love for Slaughter by Sarah Tatlinger. I'm going to go with that. I'm pretty much almost done with it. It's a short poetry collection, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue reading this, and then if I finish that throughout the day, then I'm going to continue with K Block. I'm like still halfway through. I don't know why I have so many bookmarks in here. But yeah, I'm going to continue with this. I'm halfway through. My goal for this, though, is to finish it this weekend. Because, like I said, my husband's going to be gone, so that gives me so much more free time to just be by myself, put on headphones, and just read whenever my son is napping or in bed for the rest of the night, you know, either work or read. That's all I want to do while he's gone. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to focus on, because there's books I want to pick up ASAP as possible. So, but I want to finish the books that I have. And I also am reading on my Kindle Craig Wahlberg's current recent release for the Tom Nolan series, and oh my god, it's so good. I almost want to say it's my favorite so far out of like the three. Like, I'm only like 30%, 40% in, but I'm just loving the killer that's in it. It's very American Psycho type of killer, and I'm living for it. So many things I want to read. So yes, so goals again throughout the day today, and even maybe Craig's book I'll pick up. It depends. And then tonight I want to finish this, so we'll see how it goes. But I really don't have any other plans. We're having spaghetti for dinner, and I have a book that's available to pick up from my library, Focus. I might go to the library today or tomorrow with my son. I'm not sure. But I'm sorry I keep looking at myself. I keep thinking I'm out of focus. But that is it. That is my update. Until next time. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I got a book yesterday, book mail yesterday, and it's a new release. And I've been waiting and wanting to see it in person. Just like home, my family got it. This is probably going to be like my favorite book cover design. Like, I want to study it this year, this new release. I love the font. I love, part of my accent, I don't know, like my East Coast came out, but the font style, I love it. It's irritating me, it's out of focus. This is like the time to be in focus here. Lights. I'm sorry I'm super orangey. It still doesn't want to focus. Okay, girl, calm down. Here we go. But this is just, it's so beautiful. I love it. I love the colors. I love the font. I love the whole, if you know me and my aesthetic, blood drip. I just like it. So just the whole imagery is just perfect. And the, like, it shows depth. It just, it's spaced perfectly. Yeah, and just the colors, red and pink together. I mean, it looks kind of orangey because of my light being so orange, but it is just so beautiful. But I have fears that this isn't going to be good, because there's been so many books, I feel like even this year, where I'm like, I'm just so shocked by how beautiful a cover is, and I get it, and then I read it, and I'm like, not into it. And this doesn't have the highest ratings on Goodreads, which it makes me nervous. I didn't read any of the reviews because I want to go in at least not completely biased, but I just have a feeling I'm going to be let down because I love the cover so freaking much, and I'm going to read it and be like, But I could be wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping. Cut to this clip in the future when I actually read the book and I'm like, But I just hope it's good. But I did read her other book, or I did read their other book, The Echo Wife, and I thought that was okay. Like, I didn't think it was bad. It was interesting, borderline predictable, and then the ending, I just didn't really care for the ending. I was just like, it was sort of, I mean, it wasn't a happy ending, but it was sort of like a happy ending, and I didn't really care for it. So, I'm just hoping this be good. Please be good. But, oh my god, the cover. Aesthetic. Love it. Gorgeous. Everything about it gives me life. And I finally got to see it. And also, smaller than I was expecting. Much smaller. Like, they're almost the same size. I was thinking this was going to be more like one of the larger, like, not thickness, but like dimension wise, I thought it was gonna be bigger. So I kind of like the fact that it's a little bit smaller. I don't know, it surprised me. But Yeah, that's my little ramble about this book, but I'm like so excited to have it. It's so beautiful, but oh, I'm so scared. It's like I'm almost resisting to read it because I don't want to be let down. That's not good, is it? That's not good. But I'm still going to read it. Okay. Hello, it's me. There's my cat. It is 7:30. My son is in bed. Gave him a bath because we ate spaghetti for dinner, so he had all over him. Then my husband left for the airport, so I'm alone. I have some work I need to get done, but I'm just gonna work only for a little bit, like no more than half an hour. And then I am determined to finish this tonight because today is the final day of, let's say Halloween, of Summerween, and I am determined to finish this before. So once I'm done working, I'm just gonna, I don't know if I want to sit outside and lounge and read, or sit out or lay out on the couch, or even, I'm scared to lay in bed because I know I'll fall asleep. So I am determined to finish this. Anyways, that is it. That is my update. I didn't really read anything today because my son didn't nap and I was busy, and my husband was busy like packing and just I was doing laundry and stuff all day. So fun for me, but that is it. I'm gonna go listen to some tunes, work, have my baby monitor. I'm ready to go. Okay. Hello. It is time to wrap things up. My son is next to me, so you're going to hear him munching on some goldfishies. Don't throw it, baby. For this readathon, I ended up finishing 3 different books. Sarah Tatlinger's one, I started reading it, but just like what I always do, I put it somewhere and have no idea where I put it. So I didn't get to finish it. But the first book I finished was Chad Lutzke's Wallflower. Really good. I think I gave it 4 or 5 stars. Really good. I went more in depth in the vlog portion of it, but really heartfelt. Chad's really good at bringing emotion and just real life horror, not everyone getting slashed up and stuff. So yeah, this was my Halloween color cover prompt book. But yeah, I've talked about it before and I really like it. So then the other book I finished was the audio book, The Haunted by Daniel Vega. The Haunted by Daniel Vega. Really, the audiobook itself was done really well, but it definitely reads as YA horror, which it wasn't bad, but it's just, I just don't like YA. I just don't. I don't care about high schoolers or anything like that, so that was my fault. The book itself is pretty good, and I believe it's the first in a series. I'm not going to continue the series. I didn't realize it was part of a series until after the fact, so kind of wish it was a standalone, but that's okay. I thought it was decent. I think I gave it 3.5, 4 stars. I thought it was all right. And then last night, to the last second, I finished Gone to See the Riverman by Christopher. Sorry, my cat's flipping out. Christopher Triana. Wow. I expected more goriness. I didn't think it was that gory. But the story itself was really disturbing. I don't know if I went into I don't want to give too much away. But it's about this lady who's obsessed. Her name's Lori. She's obsessed with the serial killer who murdered and brutally assaulted women that look kind of similar to her. So they're pen pals, and she thinks they understand each other so well and stuff, and they can relate. So then he asks her to like almost prove her devotion and love to him by going to his old cabin and finding a key in a chest and giving it to the riverman. So she was like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna prove my devotion and love. And yeah yeah but overall I thought it was decent. The writing style was really good. I think the reason it's not a 5-star for me is, like, I would say because it takes a while to build up the story, which I do appreciate. I'm not knocking writers who build up plot or storylines or anything like that, but it just was a lot slower than I was anticipating in the beginning. It took me a bit to, I don't know, I can't put my finger on it, but it just felt like the whole process to get to the riverman just took forever. And I mean, even the serial killer, which I already forgot his name, Edmund, he says, oh, it takes a long time to find the riverman, which yes, it does. And it felt like it. But like, if it didn't have all the freaking crazy twists and reveals, this would be like a 3-star for me. But I can't even tell you how many times I was reading it and I was like, wait, what? And I would reread it and I'm like, that happened? Are you? So this was my like my slasher book, which it did have I mean, obviously it had moments, but I found the real reason why this is so disturbing. But it's just, I don't even know what to say. I don't want to spoil anything. At first you sympathize for the main character, but by the end you see how evil, truly evil and selfish the main character is. And it's just shocking, like shocking. Maybe I don't want to put any spoilers in this because I want people to, they need to go into this not knowing anything, because that's what I did. And so every little twist and turn, it's so weird because these two, this is supernatural. This has supernatural elements for sure. And then this one is just straight up real life-ness. But they feel both the same type of grit and just the ugliness of human nature and just super selfish characters. And I don't know, it's just really interesting how, like, this is my first Triana read. I want to read the other one, the Screaming one. I have the e-book of that one I want to read. It had so many shocking moments where I had to really stop and reread and like, did I just read that right? Like, did that just happen? Because I was thinking, oh, this is probably what happened. This is where we're going. Not at all. Not at all. Triana did a terrific job at almost misleading you. So I want to discuss this with people. So if anyone who has read this want to talk about it, hit me up in the messages, because I was going into this really thinking, oh, this is going to be so gory, it's going to be so nasty, I'm going to be, like, I thought it was just a slasher, you know, no depth, no, like, there's characters, but not really deep character study type of stuff. And this is actually, the characters have a little bit of depth to them, and it had ridiculous moments, but it was just, it felt truly dark, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm describing this very well, but I finished it. I can't believe I read like 130 pages last night, but I couldn't stop once I got past the lull of the beginning, which I understand the lull, but it took me a bit to get through. Yeah, that was a thing. But that is it for Summerween 2022. So much fun. But hopefully you had a good summerween. I need to edit this and put it out. I'm pretty happy with everything I read. I thought it was pretty good. It was definitely books I've been wanting to read, and I got them done, and I'm pretty happy for it. And I read just a tiny bit of K-Block. This is something I'm gonna finish this weekend. It's the thing I want to finish, because I also lost this for the majority of freaking summerween. I put it up in my bookshelf because my son tends to grab books, which I think is what he did with Sarah's book, and stashes them. Usually I find them in his like bookshelves and stuff. So yeah, I found this in my bookshelf hidden away because of him. So anyways, I hope you had a good summerween. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was somewhat interesting. Oh, and then baking. I didn't bake any sweets, but I technically baked a breakfast hearty type of croissant things. So I'm gonna count it. I don't care. I'm counting it. Yep, that's it. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. I'm talking later. Okay, bye.